Con. The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I, if it be already kindled? Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing to the Lord's hopeful elect who continue to push this gospel throughout the whole entire earth, wherever they are scattered in these final days. To you I say Shalom, Akim, Shalom. Great death. France braces for 50,000 deaths per month in 2026. France braces for 50,000 deaths per month in 2026 due to nuclear war with Russia. All right? And as you've been watching throughout the news, like everyone is poking at the bear. Russia being the bear that's in the book of Revelations. Okay? Russia is that bear. Everyone is poking at the bear, but the Lord has his spirit on the Medes, aka the Russians, in this time, and nothing is going to stop him. Nothing is going to stop him. So like I said, throughout the course of the months, you've been seeing Russia make threats toward Europe, NATO, Portugal, Poland, all right? Of course, you guessed it, the United Snakes of America, okay? And they've been, Ukraine is just that's lightweight, okay? It's lightweight. It's just flexing. They're not even flexing. They're just toying around with Ukraine. And Putin is still making more threats as of today's date. And as I'm finna bring this article out in naturalnews.com from my man Mike Adams, okay? Even on his main page, all right? On the actual main page itself, it's a 40-something minute video where he goes in and is talking about major escalation and literally World War III in 2026, okay? Whenever they throw those dates out there, it never really happens, but hey, we don't know. We will see. All right? France is saying, look, we're preparing for war. Oh, let me get that, man. All right? In the case of any attack, we will be compelled to act. So Russia has been moving these nuclear missiles to Belarus, okay? Specifically the Arsenic nuclear missile. You can look that up. The Arsenic missile, which holds 6 warheads per missile. 6 warheads per missile. The Arsenic nuclear missile. Matter of fact, let me show you a picture of that. All right? Get you a visual. All right, for you jakes that's out there. All right? Arsenic. It is. You ain't got to pull it up. It's already there. All right? Give you a little image of it. If it's going to pull up. If not, I'm going to read the Wikipedia on it. All right? It's taking a little long to pull up. All right? Let me read it. Here it is. It says, the Arsenic missile from Wikipedia. It says, it's a Russian intermediate range ballistic missile, IRBM, characterized by its reported speed exceeding Mach 10, which is 12,300 kilometers, 7,610 miles per hour. According to the Ukrainian military, and the Ukrainians have tasted this missile. It's been reported between 1.7 and 1.8 million deaths have happened. Dr. Conor McGregor, he's all on YouTube. You got the guy, Douglas McGregor, okay? Who's been all over the internet, a former Army veteran, okay? Even he has stated, all right, even in the midst of this Ukrainian-Russian war, yes, it's been millions of deaths due to attacks from Russia, but a lot of them have been just kidnapped and they haven't been found. So they don't know whether they've been bombed to death or what the hell happened to them. They don't know. So in the midst of war, yes, there will be famine. There will be pestilence. There will be kidnapping. There will be raping. I'm going to say it like that. Okay? And it's going to happen to America. The Lord said he was going to stir up the kings of the Medes. With all these nations coming against Russia trying to poke the bear, Russia is the bear that's spoken of in Revelations. They want to poke the bear. And the bear is going to pounce on any nation that steps forward. Best believe the United States is going to get stepped on by Russia. Ezekiel 38 chapter. The spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is on Russia. All right? Where the Lord said, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And that old Cold War spirit. You've had guys like Mikhail Gorbachev, Dmitry Medvedev, all right, Boris Yeltsin. The Kremlin has said we have nuclear armory to turn any and everything into radioactive dust. And also he said we have the we have the power to turn everything more deadlier than a meteorite. Yeah, matter of fact, I got the article on that brown shelf in the back. All right, hey man. France said prepare for, so they're expecting mass casualties because they see what's going on over there in Ukraine. All right, let me get that in Joel. All right, yeah, that's Joel 3. Joel 2 or Joel 3? Joel 3. Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. And all the men that are drawing near, that are talking in the news, whether it be North Korea, all right, France has something to read. Even Pakistan, India, we see the conflict that India and Pakistan had. Now you got the big dogs, of course, with Iran, China. Okay? Yes, Syria has nuclear weapons. Israel, Amalek definitely has them. Babylon the Great, America, they have them. Oh, and let me say this too. I'm going to do a video on this about Trump is telling people, basically his congregation, if you want to call it that, the MAGA Foundation, to pray for America because we're about to enter into the 250 year. The 250-year reign of America, I think, will be July the 4th of 2026. All right? Don't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but don't quote me on it. I think it's July the 4th, 2026. 2026 is going to be, you think this year here has been nothing but death, pain, and judgment? Wait till next year. Lord willing, all hell breaks loose this year and rolls right over to next year. We're already in damn near midway, almost at the midway point of September already. The MOTB has to be established before nuclear war takes place. So I understand what guys like Mike Adams, Gerald Celente, Christopher Green, a lot of these guys, these Edomites, some of them are Jake, Terrence and everything like this, but for the bulk of it, they don't know this. All right, so the men of the Lord, we know that, what they're talking about, and we know this right here. Got the best of both worlds. Joel chapter 3 and verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Everyone that has nuclear capabilities right now. Nuclear firepower. All right, like I said, that with that Arsenic missile, it holds 6 warheads per missile. I'm finna read it for you. All right, I'm not lying. The missile equipped with 6 warheads, each reportedly containing submunitions, and has been described as highly difficult to intercept. So Trump, your golden dome, what you're trying to do and build upon over here in America, not gonna stop the Arsenic missiles, plural missiles. And like Elder Pastor Ari Yamlab did, I think it was last year, the year before last, not missiles, but warheads. That's what causes the destruction. Or what the Kremlin was talking about, radioactive dust. All right, and making everything desolate as a meteorite does. That's this warhead right here. All right, warheads that is. Though modern ballistic missiles interceptors are designed to counter this type of system, Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina Singh has identified the Arsenic as a variant of the RS-26 Rubizid IRBM. All right? And it says it was designed in, this weapon was designed in 2020. Okay? All right, you can go read this for yourself on Wikipedia. All right, read it for yourself, man. All right, do your own research on it, and you'll see what we're saying is facts, and we filter it through the scriptures. Okay? So this is the article I want to get. I'm going to get some scriptures, and we're going to wrap this thing up. All right? From naturalnews.com. You can go see it yourself. It is right there, naturalnews.com. All right, get that off of there, let you see it again. Naturalnews.com. All right. France braces for 50,000 casualties monthly as globalists sacrifice Europe in engineered war with Russia. And that's all, you know, there's all the spirit and power Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We know at the end of the day, all these nations in the European Union are going to turn and shoot their weaponry, missiles, on Babylon the Great. So something, I believe, speaking as a man, from a diplomatic and political standpoint, something will happen within these trade wars, these tariffs. Something political will happen that will make all nations turn and shoot their weaponry on this place, according to Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. Okay? Something will happen in the news that will make this prophecy come to pass. That's why Yahweh Shah said, watch as well as pray. And it's already been starting with, like I said, with Trump with these tariffs. You know, him and Zelensky had that shouting match in the Oval Office. And Zelensky told him, I got to do a video on that. Because that's prophecy. What he said was Bible prophecy. Zelensky, that is, that we felt it, but you will feel it. And Trump went on to say, nah, don't tell us what we're going to feel. Just go look at the video. World War III is inevitable. Matter of fact, one of the guys out of Kremlin stated that it's only 2 people that can prevent World War III. And that's Vladimir Putin and Donald J. Trump. The article is on zerohedge.com. Go look it up. Okay? Get a precept. All right, so let me read a little bit of the article and get a precept to tie it in. All right. Western leaders preparing for mass casualties. A leaked French health ministry document reveals plans for 50,000 monthly casualties by 2026. Matching Vietnam war level losses. Because in World War I, you had what? Roughly 17 million. Just say it like, just giving you a, you know, projection. 17 million. World War II, 60 to 70 million. Okay? And we know what's going to happen in this World War III here. All right? Everyone must dead. Like the tribe of Benjamin says, everyone must dead. Everybody's dead. The book of Revelations, chapter 11, and start at verse 12 and read down to 13. And they heard a great voice from heaven, saying unto them, come up hither. Talking to the elect. All right, Yahweh Shai is going to, that voice is going to, come out of that chair, come up hither. And we're going to enter into those chambers. And that's in Isaiah 26 and verse 20 and 21. Isaiah 26, verse 20 and 21. All right, ties right into this right here. Come up hither. The word hither in the blue letter Bible goes into come up to this place. The Lord's chariot is a place. It's a world of its own. All right, planet, mansion, however you want to say it, of its own. We're going to get beamed up to duck this nuclear destruction. This is great death, what I'm reading about right there, in that article, man. 50,000 per month? Just do the math on that. 50 times 12. Just say this war, just hypothetically say the war goes on for 12 months. And do the math on that with 50,000 deaths times 12. And see what happens. See what you come up with. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven, saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up into heaven in a cloud. The cloud represents another word for chariot, or what the world knows today as UFOs, or what Esau deems UAPs. Okay, it's what John saw. It's an ancient man giving the best, describing what he's seeing today. Okay, and he did a damn good job of it. So that's why the apostles say we can interpret and break it down more to you right now because of the level of technology, according to Daniel 12 and 4. All right, it says, and the enemies beheld them. You can find that precept about the enemies beholding us, about looking at the strainings of our salvation in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. Here's the point, verse 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, not a geological earthquake like the one that happens, in Indonesia, the one that happened over there in Beirut. Okay. You got earthquakes happening every day, B. Earthquakes happen every day, B. But this specific earthquake is talking about the nuclear warheads. Watch this. It says, and the 10th part of the city fell, which is what? America. And in the earthquake were slain of men. In the earthquake, when the missiles hit, everybody's dead. In the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, which represents what? Completion. 7 is one of the laws, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's favorite number. Everyone is wiped out, killed. The nuclear, for you niggas, you jakes, the nuclear missiles gonna be literally over the top of your head. Here, there, but all around you, on all 4 sides. It says in Amos the 5th chapter, though a man flee from a lion, he run into a bear. If you miraculously dodge these nuclear missiles, you're going to die in the famine. You're going to die in the pestilence. You're going to die in civil war. And ultimately, you're going to die in these concentration camps. I'll do my next video on that. Okay? About how these camps being set up around America. Okay? The siege is happening as prophesied. They put in the ICE facility up there in Angola, the notorious and what they say the bloodiest state penitentiary in all of America. All right? To house you niggas. You niggas gonna die in there. And if you miraculously make it out of there, you're gonna meet Yahweh Shai himself. The Bible says, who shall be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The Lord is going to vaporize you with those laser beams coming out of that chariot. Watch Independence Day. The Lord said, I will leave you there and melt you It's in the book of Ezekiel. All right? And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. All right? The remnant were affrighted. I mean, even in the midst of these, come on, man, you seeing something. Now, you ever looked at that, like when they have those military parades? All right, what North Korea doing, China doing, you know, when they show you, you actually seen that, the size of that damn, of one ICBM missile? It's frightening just to look at it. It's terrifying. And the Lord wants to find faith when he comes back to believe that that you're going to be delivered. You just had a blood moon happen, that was last night. They're going to 7th and the 8th. Okay. Matter of fact, today's date is September the 8th, 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance, hopeful year of Esau's destruction and judgment. A blood moon represents what? Destruction and salvation. All right? Let me hold that in 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter real quick. Right? I already went longer than expected on the video. It is what it is. It says, I'm not going to read the whole thing. The depopulation war begins. It's a fire one, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot of meat. It's a long-ass article. Oh, my gosh. A leaked letter from the French Ministry of Health has confirmed what many analysts have long suspected. Western leaders are preparing for a catastrophic war with Russia. Not for defense, but for mass extermination. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. The word taken there means you were killed. As it says in Matthew the 24th chapter, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it also be in the times of the coming of the Son of Man. And even in that time, in Noah's day, all right, the Lord killed everybody and left only 8 souls. A destructive, very destructive and deadly and violent storm came. But that's in Isaiah 29 and 6 also. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, with storm and tempest, with earthquake, and the flame of the devouring fire, which is what? Nuclear, and the chariots. Okay, that's the visitation there, man. And in Noah's time, it says what? One shall be taken of the field, or the other shall be left. All right, when you were left, that means what? The Lord had mercy on you and saved you. When you were taken, you were killed. When you look the word up, taken, or took in that passage in Matthew the 24th chapter, it literally says, taken by a violent death. Being destroyed by nuclear fire is a violent death. Starving to death is a violent death. It says that in the book of Lamentations. Okay? Read a little bit more. Like I said, this is a very lengthy article, man. The document obtained by Modernary News orders French hospitals to brace for 50,000 casualties per month by March of 2026. A staggering figure that matches the entire U.S. military death toll across the 9 years of the Vietnam War. So within 9 years, you had a total of that amount of death in that war. They're saying per month in 2026, starting in March. Okay? It says, yeah, that was it on that. I could read some more. All right, but I want to get this one in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. All right. Yep. 2nd Ezra 16 and get to the point, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning. So the war with Russia and Ukraine, Israel and Hamas and everything like this. Even the Israelis are flying helicopters with propaganda coming out of the helicopter, telling the people of Gaza to evacuate because death is coming. All right, we give you the heads up to flee down or face the reaper. Yep, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars. Come on. and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You can go get that article for yourself and check it out and read it. Your brothers who doing your lessons, whether it be on the highways or doing your sit downs, check it out and get into it. I love it. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and blessing to the Lord's hopefully elect who continuously push this truth throughout the whole entire earth, wherever ye are scattered in these last days. Abba Babal, Kwam Yashala, Shalom, Akim, Shalom.